The mainstream media has long been accused of having a biased agenda, particularly when it comes to its portrayal of Christians and Christianity. It is not uncommon to see news outlets and media personalities misrepresenting or distorting the views and values of Christians, often to advance a particular narrative or ideology. But why does the mainstream media lie about Christians? The answer to this question is complex and multifaceted, involving a combination of factors, including ideological bias, commercial interests, and a lack of understanding about Christianity. One major reason for the media's misrepresentation of Christians is ideological bias. Many in the mainstream media hold liberal or progressive views, which often put them at odds with the more conservative values of many Christians. As a result, they may view Christians as being out of touch with modern society or as a threat to their own worldview. This bias can lead to a distorted portrayal of Christians, with the media emphasizing their perceived flaws and shortcomings while dampening their positive contributions to society. For example, the media may focus on the actions of a small group of extremist Christians, using them to represent the entire Christian community, rather than highlighting the many good works and charitable endeavors of mainstream Christians. Another factor contributing to the media's misrepresentation of Christians is commercial interests. The mainstream media is a business, and like any business, it is driven by a desire to attract and retain customers. By portraying Christians in a negative light, the media can create a sensationalized narrative that draws in viewers and readers. This can be particularly true in the case of controversy or scandal, where the media may exaggerate or distort the facts to create a more compelling story. For instance, the media may seize on a statement made by a Christian leader, taking it out of context and using it to suggest that all Christians hold a particular view, even if that is not the case. The media's lack of understanding about Christianity is also a significant factor in its misrepresentation of Christians. Many journalists and media personalities have little or no knowledge of Christianity, its history, or its teachings. As a result, they may rely on stereotypes or misconceptions rather than seeking to understand the complexities and nuances of the Christian faith. This can lead to a simplistic or superficial portrayal of Christians, with the media reducing their views and values to oversimplified soundbites or caricatures. For example, the media may portray Christians as being opposed to science or reason, when in fact many Christians are highly educated and value intellectual inquiry. The consequences of the media's misrepresentation of Christians can be significant. It can contribute to a climate of mistrust and hostility towards Christians, with many people viewing them as intolerant, bigoted, or extremist. This can have real-world consequences, such as discrimination against Christians in the workplace or in public life. It can also lead to a lack of understanding and empathy towards Christians, with many people failing to see the positive contributions that they make to society. Furthermore, the media's misrepresentation of Christians can also have a profound impact on the Christian community itself, leading to feelings of isolation, marginalization, and disengagement. In recent years, the rise of alternative media outlets and social media platforms has provided Christians with new opportunities to challenge the mainstream media's narrative and present a more accurate representation of their views and values. However, the mainstream media remains a powerful force, and its influence should not be underestimated. To combat the media's misrepresentation of Christians, it is essential that Christians engage with the media, seeking to educate and inform journalists and media personalities about their faith and its teachings. It is also important that Christians support media outlets and journalists that seek to provide a balanced and accurate portrayal of their community. Ultimately, by promoting greater understanding and empathy, Christians can help to create a more inclusive and respectful public discourse, where their views and values are represented fairly and accurately.